homework. Oh, homework. I hate you, you stink. I wish I could wash you away in the sink. If only a bomb would explode you to bits. Homework, oh, homework, you're giving me fits. I'd rather take baths with a man-eating shark or wrestle a lion alone in the dark, eat spinach and liver, pet 10 porcupines, than tackle the homework my teacher assigns. Homework, oh, homework, you're last on my list. I simply can't see why you even exist. If you just disappeared, it would tickle me pink. Homework, oh, homework, I hate you. You stink. Thank you, Jack Proletsky, for that lovely, lovely poem that I'm sure that your students would enjoy reading with you. Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about homework and sharing a few thoughts on this subject. Homework has been in existence for a very long time, a part of everybody's lives. It just infiltrates every area of our entire educations, and I'm wondering how you feel about it. Do you feel pressured to give homework? Do you feel that your parents are requiring you to give homework, your administrators? We just had our first day of school, and it was a beautiful first day. We did our book tasting. I did a special activity, eating an apple from the bottom up, which I'll share with you at a later time. We had a big K-12 pep rally out on the grounds of our school. We did our first math game activity, which was the clock knock off the clock activity, which they loved. It was a beautiful day, and we were packing up to go home. I had this is going to be the best day of my life, playing on YouTube to kind of, keep them excited as we were packing up. And one of my students came to me and said out loud, "Do we have homework tonight?" I said, "What part of anything that we did today could in any way be translated to homework?" So, I don't know, I'm just wondering, do we have homework today? And it was really quite an effort for me to not let the energy just be inflated, or deflated, excuse me. I just felt deflated when he said that. After our beautiful, lively day, enlightening day, he wanted to know if we were having homework. This is how I feel about homework. I feel that it can be a place of great inequity. We have students who are left to do it all on their own. We have students who have parents who can help. We have students whose parents can pay for tutors to help them. Homework can be the end of many special things, like read aloud when the students get older. Bedtime changes when you're doing homework until late in the night in bedtime, and then everyone's too exhausted to do things like read aloud, which are so precious to families and to children especially. I also feel that homework is stressful. It's stressful to me to come up with the homework. It's stressful for me, what do I do for the students who don't bring it back? And it can be stressful for families. We know this to be true. But the most important knowledge of homework, and you know this, there is absolutely no research anywhere that shows that great amounts of homework are the path to academic success. So how do I feel about homework? I work my students very hard all day long, and I would much prefer that evening time be family time. What activities do I want my students to do? Read, music, play games, chores, help make dinner, sports, digging in the dirt, pounding nails into planks of wood, having downtime. This is what I want my students to do in the evenings. And I bet it's what you want your students to do too. I do want my students to read at home, so I do have them do that, but I don't like to call that homework. I just call it Dear at Home, because I don't want my students to ever think of reading as a school-only activity. I want it to translate to a home activity because our goal, of course, is to create lifelong readers. But our parents require it. They demand homework. I've been there too, and I just want to let you know that there are times when we need to educate our parents. And back to school night and parent-teacher conferences are a great time and opportunity to do that kind of education. Usually when I make the announcement that there is going to be very little homework, really, I do some projects at home. Sometimes there'll be a special assignment, but by and large, I don't assign homework. If there is in-class work that is not completed, of course they can take that home to finish it, but I don't even always do that, because if I have students who are developing students and they've given me their all, and I feel that that's all they can give, I'm not going to make those students have the same number of assignments, right? I'm going to differentiate for those developing students, those struggling students oftentimes. So they may not even take it home. But usually at back to school night when I make these announcements, there are audible ahs and yes, I'll hear that from the parents too. We just had back to school night this week, and I have to do 2 sessions because parents have to get to multiple classrooms. And in the first session, I made the announcement, but I didn't hear any of those audibles those cues that I'm accustomed to hearing. And I thought, oh dear, I hope it's going to be okay. I haven't heard any negative feedback yet, but I proceeded. This is really a hill I'm willing to die upon. And so second session, I made the same announcement, and one of my fathers all of a sudden started raising his hands up like this. And at first I thought, oh dear, is he raising his hand? Is he gonna question? And I looked, our eyes met, and he said, I'm just thanking the Lord that you are saying that. And we just all started cracking up, because homework impacts families, and families are stressed. Oftentimes parents are coming home from work, and when they have to not only make dinner, pack lunches, do all the things that we do as parents at night, and throw homework onto that, when there's really, how much benefit is there from homework? It just doesn't, it's not sound. I don't think it fosters family harmony, unless, I guess there are exceptions where you're doing a fun family project, but really, how often does that happen? Now, I know I used to feel like, well, I have to prepare them for the next grade. Every year, my students teach me far more than I could ever teach them. And I can remember when I taught Dean in the 6th grade, I learned so much from Dean. Dean is now a senior. And I was saying, I was always saying, so we need to do this to prepare for junior high, especially in the areas of math. And Dean one day said, Mrs. Matsuda, can we just stop preparing for the next grade and just enjoy being in the 6th grade with you? Yes, Dean, you are absolutely right. And I have never said that again. I've never said those words again in a classroom, that we're preparing for the next grade. Because really, why are we trying to rush our children into the next grade? Let's let them enjoy the grade that we have with them, and work hard during school day and enjoy family time and downtime in the evenings. Wouldn't we as teachers love to not have homework? Wouldn't we love to be able to work all day and just then come home and spend family time? And this is a gift, really, that only we can give to our students. It helps when you have a supportive parent base, and I'm finding that the more I educate my parents, the more they're buying into this thought process. And it's especially helpful when you have an administrator who supports it as well. And I am so thankful for my principal, Rich, who is supportive of this. He is not a principal who is demanding that we give loads of homework at night, and for that I am very thankful. So give homework some thought. If you'd like to hear someone speak on homework, you can go to the Homework Lady. Wonderful Stanley will put a link for you. She's an interesting person. She's on YouTube, and she has some interesting insights on homework as well. And maybe you're going to be willing to cut back on your homework and start on that path for your students. It's, I think, a positive path that we can walk. So until we're together again next week, I send you with courage for the challenges that you are going to face, and I can't wait to see you soon. Goodbye.